I'm sitting around books in order to look smart. The smartest of them all.
Ever since the day that you went away, you've been sending flowers to me, flowers today, flowers.
Hey guys, Wagwan, and welcome to A Glimpse into My Life. For my first real, dabble into commentary, I decided to do a topic that's quite lighthearted, very not that serious, before I dive into anything that could potentially offend people if they see it in the future. So in today's video, I'll be talking about Tori Vega and why exactly so many people hate her or think she shouldn't be the main character of the show Victorious. If you don't know who Tori Vega is, she is the main character of the hit Nickelodeon show Victorious, in which uniquely talented students were chosen to study at Hollywood Arts High School in Hollywood? Oh, Hollywood Arts! Now this video was originally going to be an unpopular opinions on older Disney and Nickelodeon shows, and by older I mean the ones that I watched when I was a child, because I wouldn't have opinions on the ones that I didn't. But I realized that I really only have one opinion, and that's that Tori Vega just isn't that bad of a main character, or I don't hate her as much as a lot of other people do. Now, the video obviously couldn't just be one opinion, so I decided to turn it into this to try and figure out why everyone hates her, and if it's justified. Now, I did do a little bit of research about what exactly it is that these people have to say about Tori Vega and why exactly they hate her. So they usually say that she's stuck up, selfish, entitled, annoying, all those things. And I have a few screenshots from some places. Okay, so the Bradley Scout, which is the Bradley University student newspaper. I don't know why they decided to publish this, but it's called "I Think We Should All Hate or Dislike Tori." So I will link all the places that I found these from, but I'm just gonna read certain parts. Victoria seems quirky and original, but I think the thing that truly puts me off about it is Tori. That's right, Tori Vega. The show's main character is the sole reason for my disdain. When you begin to think about it, everyone in the show has something special about them except her. Sure, she can sing, but so can everyone else on the show. Victorious wanted to push Tori as the most talented singer, but in reality, every duet she shared with either Jade or Kat ended in one outcome. Tori was outsung. That's fair. That's a fair assessment of somebody's talents and their skill, especially on something that the show was so focused on, singing. But is that a real reason to dislike her or the character? I'll get into that later. They continue. In the episode Prom Record, Jade said that she was putting on a one-woman show. Tori decided that she wanted Hollywood Arts to have its first ever prom. The only time slot available for her prom would be the same date and time as Jade's play. Tori then proceeded to get angry because Jade was upset that Tori scheduled her dance for the same time as a play.
You just had to have your stupid prom this Saturday night? We're calling it a prom? I was supposed to do my performance this Saturday night. Now Psycho, it says I can't because you booked the Asphalt Cafe for your stupid prom. Prom.
So that's an example of her being probably entitled, very selfish, and I do agree with that. And then another instance is in the episode Kat's New Boyfriend. As the title of the episode suggests, Kat has a new boyfriend in the episode who just so happens to be Tori's ex-boyfriend. Throughout the episode, Tori is visibly jealous over Kat's relationship instead of showing happiness for her friend. Tori sees Kat and her boyfriend kissing, and Tori proceeds to spray hot cheese on them. She even ends up kissing Kat's boyfriend, which Kat witnesses. Pretty dark-sided, if you ask me.
Dark-sided!
Now from Reddit, somebody asking the question that I'm asking myself: why does everybody hate Tori? And then an answer is, I just hate her because she annoyed me, but she was pretty bearable most of the time. Fair. And then my last article is from fanpop.com, where a person lists out their reasons for which they hate Tori Vega. And then they want to make it clear, as which I also want to make it clear, that this is about Tori Vega, the character, and not Victoria Justice, the person. They list out a bunch of episodes, probably from the first season. To be honest, I'm not sure. And then they list out different reasons as to why she offended them or upset them or annoyed them. And if you want to read it, I guess you can, but I'm not gonna read out anyone in particular. I think from what I see, people's main problems are that she's probably annoying, pretty selfish and entitled, and they hate the fact that the show tried to push her as the main singer in Hollywood Arts or the best singer there. Now, I understand those problems or the issues that you may have with that. Like, I do. Somebody that's selfish and entitled is not fun to be around. But for some reason, I just don't completely disagree. I don't agree with the notion that she shouldn't be the main character or that she's so unbearable of a character that, you know, completely get rid of her. She's literally just a character. Characters are supposed to have character traits in which you can like or dislike. I'm not saying just because she has bad character traits and she's a character that you must understand that and like the character. You can still dislike them, of course, but all of the characters have some negative traits and can be annoying, yet the focus is usually on Tori Vega, and that's something I don't understand. Cap can be annoying if you get annoyed by things like that. Jade can be annoying with how often she shouts and fights and stuff. Robbie can be annoying because he is. Sinjin can be annoying. Andre's not annoying. Don't ever call Andre annoying. All I'm just trying to say is she isn't supposed to be a perfect character, and none of them are. So the flack being mostly on Tori, I just don't get. And then, so what if she isn't the best singer? In my opinion, I don't think the show tried to make it seem like she was. I just think she got most of the parts because she was the main character. I don't think the show was trying to trick us into thinking she was the best singer. I mean, we were 8. If we saw her singing the most, we were like, yeah, you can sing, sure. I mean, I was 8. I don't know how old you were, but at that time, I didn't really care, and now I don't really care either. Yes, I do think Ariana and Elizabeth or Liz were better or were able to show more, I don't know, outstanding skills and tricks while they were in recording the show and when they got to shine like that. But I don't think they were trying to make her seem like the best singer. She just got the most parts and the most songs because she was the main character. And so what if she's in the best singer? In my opinion, like, that's neither here nor there. Plus, it's not like I would say the best singer must get the main character part, because let's say if Ariana got Tori's part and then Tori had to play Kat. No, I like it the way it is. If Liz got Tori's part and Victoria had to play Jade, no, I like it the way it is. You know, maybe that's because that's what I've been used to, but yeah. I guess in conclusion, now that I've gone over what it is, the problems that people have with her, and really my side of that, I just think you're allowed to like her, dislike her, obviously, to your opinion, and it's a character and a kid's show. But sometimes I think people genuinely get upset with Tori Vega, and that's where I have more of a problem with it, because you're taking it a bit too far. You're taking it a bit too far. Like, it's not that deep. It's a 2010 Nickelodeon show that you probably watched before you turned age 13. Like, it's not that deep. Some people will go on rants about how they hate Tori and blah blah blah. It's okay to find her annoying. It's okay for her to completely lost my breath there. Sheesh. It's okay for her to be annoying. It's okay. Oh, not okay for her to be annoying. Okay for you to find her annoying. Okay for you to find her selfish. Okay for you to say she's not the best singer. She's not special enough as a character in and of itself. But some people just take those arguments way too far, and I'd like you to calm it down a bit. It's just not that serious. So I do think, for the most part, except when it comes to the singing argument, I do think the dislike is justified because negative traits, hello, they're there. We can't act like they're not there. So I do think it's justified, and I do understand why people may dislike her. I'm just really indifferent to the character, or more on the good side, because I recognize that all of them have negative traits, and Jade is literally my favorite character along with Kat. So I'm not one to judge people on negative traits. I'm just not. So yeah, that's the end of my video. As I said, it was pretty lighthearted, not really that deep divey and analytical and stuff like that. I just wanted to, you know, ease myself into commentary because it's something I kind of want to do a little more, especially while lifestyle may be what I was doing before. I don't want to completely let that go. It's just that I'm going into exams now and I don't really have much of a life at the moment. So when that passes, then... So this may be my setup when I'm speaking about the hard-hitting facts, the good stuff. Yeah, I don't think anybody cares. But thank you for listening. If you have anything you want to say about Tori Vega, make sure to say it in the comments. I'm here to listen, as long as you don't take it too far, because I probably won't care. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, anything you want to do, comment, blah blah blah. As to your heart's content, I had an outro, but I got out of habit of doing it, and now I'm kind of bad at outros, so bye, I guess.